Now we're recording. Hi, my name's Oramaster 101.
I'm Zero Yeti and I
And
fucked up.
no, it's fine. I said we should probably record, and then I
And
didn't
we
offer anything.
talked about Dream Daddy for 20 minutes.
Yeah, so if you watch our channel, you've probably seen like one or two episodes of a Dream Daddy playthrough that we played. Uh, that's kind of overall lost media for factu-tainment
It's lost
because
media, but still on the channel.
well, no, the other parts.
Yeah, we have a thing where we like try to start playing a game together and then we just don't.
Well, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I like we try to play like a game together, like like a full length like play, like
Playthrough.
like playthrough of a game together. But like this was a problem like towards the beginning of the thing. Uh, we would do a lot of the playthrough, like we would do a lot of the let's plays in the same room, like when you would come over and
Yeah,
hang out.
'cause at the time we thought that was the best idea.
Yeah, like, that's what we did with the Dream Daddy one. That's what we did with, did we do that with Monster Prom?
Yes.
I don't understand how Monster Prom was, like, one of our, like, better, like, focused together,
I
uh,
don't know.
yeah. Anyway, we should also, like, play Monster Camp at some point as well.
I don't have Monster Camper for all download.
Yeah,
Also,
I
Stardew
don't
Valley
either.
is probably a good.
Yeah, Stardew Valley is a good idea. You should definitely stay very far away from fishing. I'll do all the fishing.
Yeah, I realized with the fishing, the problem was that I don't have a mouse.
Well, that might not be the problem. It just might be a problem of, like,
It was a combination of I don't have a mouse and the connection was lagging.
oh, yeah,
I,
because we
I
were...
looked it up, and because we were doing it from your internet remotely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Um. Yeah. Continue.
I guess in the future, if you want to do Stardew Valley, do you want to host and then I come to your farm, or...
Maybe
Yeah, that might be a better idea.
in World War One, male tanks had a cannon, and female tanks had several
Several what?
machine guns.
Ooh. Don't give people ideas for, like, gendering a bathroom. Like at a really like shitty restaurant where it's like, are you a...
Machine gun and cannon. Yeah.
Yeah, like, are you a samurai or are you a geisha?
Yeah. There's some signs where it's just like this makes no fucking
Yeah.
sense.
Are you a missile launcher or are you a machine gun?
I remember going to one, and it was like on the doors there was a chicken. And I'm like, okay, chicken, the female's the chicken, the male is
That
probably going to be like a rooster.
No, that
And it
was
was
not
a
the...
pig. It was a pig on the other bathroom sign. Which is which?
Did you ever figure out? Because I would think that the
I just went
chicken...
in one. I actually looked into both.
Uh-huh.
Neither had urinals, so I'm just assuming that I
Okay,
was fine.
so I want to assume that the chicken was the men's restaurant. Well, ain't the men's restroom because, cock. But the chicken could have also been the women's restroom because, chicks. And then the men's restroom could have been the pig because, all men are pigs. I mean, except for us. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I'm kind of gross.
We're both obese.
Yeah.
The
Well,
very first assembly of photo. Sorry, continue.
no. There's a difference between being like a pig and like being an over... God, this is gonna sound awful. There's a difference between like being an overweight pig and like being a scumbag pig. Does that make sense?
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one is like, I like to eat. The other one is like, I am the piece of shit.
Yeah, I like to catcall women at a bar, and then I start yelling expletives at the woman when they don't respond favorably.
The very first assembly of photographs in a sequential order to create a motion picture was a 2-second clip of a black man on a horse.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. That clip is in the new Jordan Peele movie, Nope.
Yeah, that's an interesting movie. I like what they do with the alien.
Oh yeah, no, like I I guess
Probably shouldn't spoil it.
yeah, it's still fairly new, and I don't want to do that to people. Nope is a really good movie. I haven't seen it personally, but it's just sort of like a, a feel. Like honestly, Jordan Peele does pretty good horror. Even the Twilight reboot, the Twilight Zone reboot.
Apparently, him and Key are doing a. They partnered with Leica, who made Coraline, and they're making a new movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Oh god,
What's its name?
I think I know what you're talking about. It's going to be on Netflix at some point, right?
Wendell and Wild.
Yes, I saw.
I remember correctly, the premise is a nun and like her two wards at the orphanage make a deal with a pair of demon brothers to fight even the both like the system, like the corrupt system of like the town they live in, as well as other demons.
I'm gonna watch the
But
shit out of
it's
that.
not like it's very much of like they make a deal, but it's not like they're friends. It's very much of like the demons are definitely trying to get something out of it.
It's. I'm gonna say this, and it's gonna feel very dated. Well, not dated per se. It's kind of like a Black Butler situation where, like, Cecil makes a deal with Sebastian, and it's very obvious like they are not friends. They are not coworkers. It is sort of a employer-employee situation. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sort of, or maybe like Beetlejuice vibes,
Yeah.
where it's like they make a deal with Beetlejuice to like, yeah.
Anyway, speaking of animation, Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space finally got released, and I think animation should start coming with a preset warning of like, warning, Aaron Hansen voice acts a very hot, attractive man in this series. And we're not going to tell you who. You're just going to have to figure it out, because I keep getting taken off guard when I'm watching like indie stuff, and then Aaron Hansen shows up as a voice, or not watching, but like watching and playing indie stuff, because Aaron Hansen voice acts a lot of characters in Monster Prom, specifically the fucking werewolf. Just an FYI, I don't particularly have any issues with Aaron Hansen / Ego Raptor. I liked Game Grumps for a long period of time. It throws me for a fucking loop every time I'm like watching something, and it's like, oh, this guy's hot. I wonder who voice acts him, because he sounds super hot. And it's just like,
I've listened to music and like Danny Sexbang has started on the track as like a guest star, and it's like, oh shit.
yeah. It's just like It's like I'm thrown for a loop, because I'm not expecting this character to be voiced by Aaron Hansen, because it's like, oh shit, I just know him for like his weird voices, but his voice right now is all like smooth and sensual and like, hot. Well, not to say that
Meanwhile, you're used to him being like, this game stinks puppy diarrhea.
That's what I'm kind of used to a lot of the time. I'm also saying that Aaron Hansen is not hot. He is. I feel like he's a very attractive man. It's once again, I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like I'm digging myself a hole. Chris, another fact.
People have implanted magnets into their fingertips, and the nerves have grown around the magnet as the skin heals. The magnet will push against the magnetic fields produced by electronic devices and metal objects in the surrounding area, giving the people a sixth sense of magnetic vision.
Oh, that sounds like a very interesting, like, sort of steampunk thing.
There's a statue of Rocky Balboa in a Serbian village of Zitski. I don't know if I said that right.
I would say it sounds about right. Hmm.
Uh, the anonymous executioner and the usual behold the head of a traitor line, as it was thought that this was because of their fear that someone would recognize their voice.
Hmm. Or it's like how... No, I get that. Like, with, I think with a lot of, like, executions at, like, prisons nowadays, they have the executioner in a different room to flip the switch, I think.
That's an idea I've had for a long time for a D&D character where they're an executioner.
Ooh, that's fun.
But they're like not an evil person. I think that would be neat to do. That would be a neat take on a paladin.
Just a personal opinion. I do not think any executioners from back then, like like the old like battle axe swinging down on your head. I don't think any of them were particularly evil per se. Like I don't think like these
I mean,
are like
like some of them were probably like malicious dickheads, but that's like in any profession.
yeah. Like I don't think like the bourgeoisie were like training like their children to be like executioners.
Well, like it was a common punishment as a crime of like you can either hang or be the guy who does the hanging.
Yeah. Honestly, for your character, I think like Mastermind Rogue would be a very interesting idea for it, because doesn't Mastermind Rogue sort of have like a feature where they have like a secret identity?
Yeah.
And well, the secret identity plot twist, the secret identity is not the what's it called? Is not the executioner. It's the normal guy.
Yeah. Another take of it could be you do a barbarian,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not like from the wilds or anything. They're like a prim and proper like person who grew up in the city and stuff, but they're a barbarian now. But they're like, yeah, I do this because we need savage people in our society to make things work. I do this job because it needs to be done, type deal.
Your
And that'd be an
character would
interesting take on a barbarian.
your character would truly live in a society.
Live in a society.
That feels very out of character for you when it comes to D&D. Most of your characters are communists.
I mean, yeah, I like okay. My problem in the real world is like I don't have a problem with society. In fact, we came together, lived communities, built tribes and clans for a reason, and that is it is easier to survive in a group than alone.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point of society is you don't have to struggle alone for the basic necessities of living, such as shelter, food, water, healthcare. My biggest problem with society today is that you do have to struggle constantly for stuff like food, shelter, water, healthcare, even though we live in a society, because we've missed the entire fucking point. Because at one point in time, some people realized they could manipulate others to do what they want.
At one point,
then they could gain power from that. They could gain influence from that. Like humanity has existed for like 300 years, and yet 5,000 years ago, some truly wicked amongst us realized they could manipulate and force others to work for them and do their bidding and make others obey their every command under the guise of humanity needing like these great figures to lead us, to protect us, to instruct us, to save us from ourselves.
not
these kings
among us.
Shut up.
What? You said among us.
These kings and queens, they recognized they could trade the immense suffering of others, of their fellow man, in exchange for power and wealth beyond their wildest dreams. And they did just that. And they built a world that does just that. A world that runs on the blood, the sweat, and the tears of the masses so that the wealthy may ride in style. We have And the thing is, we have like 295,000 years of history that proves it doesn't have to be this way.
Mm-hmm.
The rich need the poor to function. The poor have never needed the rich.
Okay, but what if I want to be a gay little jester throwing it back for the king, and then the queen just has to watch in, like, frustration as I'm throwing it back for the fucking king?
But Nick, in the commune, you can be a gay little jester that throws it back in town square to the applause of all.
I was about to say something that completely contradicts what we were just fucking talking about, because I was like, well, I want to do it for the money, and you were gonna be like, yeah, there, you see? And it's like, yeah, I see where this went.
You only do something for the money. You don't truly love what you do, which is the vast reality for most people. Speaking of communism, Sir Anthony Meyer.
Are you implying most strippers are not stripping for the fun of stripping?
Oh no, really? Do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. It's such a load of shit.
Yeah,
Work is work.
even like the cons, like originally, like, do you want to know what I wanted to do when I was younger? I wanted to do like YouTube.
You want to be a mortician.
Well, yeah, well, no, that was when we met. When I first started out high school, that's when I like first got internet for the first time, and that's when I learned about like YouTubers and like Let's Players and stuff. And like I wanted to do like Let's Plays for a living, and like just play games and like make people laugh and stuff. But then like as time has like gone on, I feel like I've sort of missed out on that window to.
Yeah, we missed the boat on that. It really feels like
if we jumped on if we threw our asses into a circle and started factu-tainment back when, well, we didn't know each other back when like PewDiePie and Markiplier were like first starting off. That's when I feel like that sort of boom like really started off.
Yeah.
If we started back then, who knows?
And now it's like such an uphill like fight to even get recognition.
Yeah.
Especially because now we're in the age of every single like algorithms and every single person and their mother copyright claim videos over anything, and it's like
people can't hold an attention span for more than like a couple seconds. That's why everybody and their mother has introduced a way to like do very short videos. And like honestly, I loved Vine. Vine was cool. They were the real G. But I feel like fundamentally they have ruined like they have sort of ruined things for everybody in the future when it comes to social media, because everybody needs to have like a short like couple of second clip videos, because nobody has the attention span to do anything anymore. Am I making sense?
Yes, and I will also the thing with the algorithm, especially YouTube Shorts. I've noticed from overhearing, like, I was babysitting my cousins and they were watching YouTube Shorts, and I was watching YouTube Shorts. My brother was watching YouTube Shorts. My mother was watching YouTube Shorts, and I kept hearing the same
shorts,
and a lot of them were the same shorts. And I realized the algorithms on the YouTube Shorts just same 10 ones. Like the same couple dozen every other week. But then I also notice it is like I'll scroll through YouTube Shorts and I'll start off with someone talking about like, this creature was found in like this country in Africa, or like I'll listen to someone like make an art video, and then you scroll, and then you get to like, oh yeah, this is the like, and then it's like people have read it, what blah blah blah, and then you scroll, and then sooner or later, and I've been getting a lot of Muhammad Ali videos, but sooner or later, like you end up with a Joe Rogan one, and then a Jordan Peterson one, and then a PragerU one, and then it's like, fuck.
Okay, I don't know what you are doing that the algorithm goes to that, but uh,
It's like no matter where I start at, it like ends up with like I end up at like at least a Joe Rogan video.
I don't know what to say because I also watch a lot of YouTube shorts, and I never get to like like the crazy racist shit. I like it's either food content creators or like just sort of like random like hey, here's two truths and a lie, which one of these experiments actually happens, and then like it will start dipping into like Family Guy stuff, but then
Family Guy comes up a lot as well, like
yeah,
constant Family Guy
like
shit. And BoJack Horseman
BoJack Horseman as well. I noticed, like, yeah, like a lot of the shorts that I
and
have.
Rick and Morty.
I mean, uh, yeah, like a lot of like adult animation stuff has been like showing up in short stuff. But then it's all very weird. I don't quite understand how an algorithm works per se, if that makes sense.
To me, that sounds like someone at Adult Swim is like pushing something or paying someone.
Well, it doesn't make any sense because with Rick and Morty it makes sense, but with BoJack Horseman and Family Guy it doesn't make sense because uh, Family Guy's not a part of of Adult Swim anymore.
It isn't.
Yeah,
It was
no,
for the longest time.
yeah. Family Guy left Adult Swim like a while ago, I think. Or you can like look it up to make sure what I'm saying is true because I'm not quite sure. Like I might like that's a problem with like the human like that's a kind of a problem with humans sometimes is that either A, they misremember information incorrectly, or B, the information that they give out is incorrect when it like like they say one thing, but it turns out that's not 100% true, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Like, I don't want to say fake news gets spread around because, that's kind of a GOP like right-wing dog whistle, but
But it's true. It's sensationalism
yeah,
is what
like
gets brought in.
like every time um Netflix announces that they're removing shows from the streaming service, they'll like release the list and like fucking clockwork, people will like be like, here's all the shows disappearing from Netflix this month. One of them will shock you, and then they'll like put a screenshot of a show that isn't even on the chopping block, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
It's all super extra.
it's because news has become clickbait pretty much.
Well,
Because in the age of the internet, it's like you can't take the time to actually research anything.
yeah. Also, yeah, like clickbait. Uh, Also, rage quits, clicks, not quits.
Yeah.
Like like a lot of gaming.
Anger is one of the easiest emotions to spark in someone.
Yeah, which is why
Anger and fear.
I think that's why people at Kotaku post honestly some of the coldest fucking takes ever. Like, for example, somebody semi-recently, and it's a guy from Kotaku that constantly posts like really bad takes about like certain like stuff. Recently posted an article about like the PS5 has finally released some features that should have been at launch, and then somebody on Twitter clapped back with like, the PlayStation 5 was kind of developed during a pandemic, and we were trying to just make sure that we could get PS5s out. But yes, please keep bitching about the fact that
because it was made off during the time of the fucking NFTs, which is still going on.
Yeah, which is still going on.
Because now corporations have gotten into it.
Yeah, like
Yeah, burn the environment faster.
Yeah.
In the world, accelerationism. In the world, accelerationism.
I feel like I've talked about it before. As a concept, NFT, like a bit like cryptocurrency, shouldn't like exist as a whole. The fact that we have fucking ATMs for Bitcoin now is like super weird, because like once again there's an ATM in the fucking mall that is like a Bitcoin ATM. I don't think any of the stores in the mall accept Bitcoin.
Yeah. It's just
Like,
it's all like it's the decentralized, so regular, and then almost all of these have ties to fascism.
yeah, what's the word I'm looking for? Cryptocurrency is just normal currency, but faker. Normal currency is fake already. We've, like, as
Yeah,
you've talked
normal
about
currency,
before.
especially because like I think I've talked at length of like since the gold standard is removed, there's literally nothing that
Yeah.
determines the value of a dollar other than what the country and the rest of the world says it's worth.
Yeah.
Which is why the U.S. dollar will never actually plummet to everything that people say. It's like, we gotta curb inflation. We gotta like fight all this stuff because the U.S. economy's gonna crash like Uganda's did, and like so and so, blah blah. And it's like it's never gonna happen because the U.S. is one of the most powerful nations on the earth, and we have a bunch of fucking nuclear weapons.
Like, yeah, people keep talking about like how
It's like the Russian currency crashed. And yeah, it did fall heavily, but it didn't fall nearly as much as people thought it was going to fall, even though it did crash pretty hard because Russia has a bunch of nuclear weapons.
yeah, like I'm gonna let you know right now. Oh, I almost did something dumb. I almost ended the recording by like exit, like, you know, like swapping windows because I thought I heard somebody enter a call with us. But what was I saying? None of like, let's be real. None of the countries are gonna like, none of the like the powers, like, you know, like the major countries, are gonna lose traction as a power, because it's not about like economy and the value of their, um, the value of their currency. It's the fact that they have a bunch of fucking weapons. The United States is never gonna lose
A
its
bunch of weapons, or they produce a lot of the stuff that everyone else depends on. Yeah.
Everybody like keeps like yelling about like, oh, the economy's gonna crash and then the United States is gonna like lose its place on like some sort of seat, and it's like, no, we're not, because we produce a lot of the, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but we produce a lot of the world's fucking wheat products.
We produce a decent amount of that. We produce a decent amount of lumber as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we produce a lot of trash and a lot of weapons.
Yeah. Like,
and a lot of fairly deadly chemicals.
yeah. And like, you know, once again, another thing of like people like screaming like China's gonna destroy the United States. No, because we both have, we all have nuclear weapons pointed at each other, and the first one to fucking sneeze wrong at the other person, everybody else in the world's gonna fucking pop off, and we're gonna have fallout.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't mean like fallout as in like, you know, like the fallout of like nuclear weapons. I mean like straight up the video game Fallout.
So you're saying I need to start making ska music?
Why?
Because it's a Brian David Gilbert video anyway.
Wait, I'm sorry. Ska music is what plays in Fallout?
No, it's a Brian David Gilbert music like
Oh,
video he made of like music for Fallout. Reinvented ska.
yeah. Gross.
So it has to have a lot of singing, has to be upbeat. Can't have a lot of electrical instruments. So like a lot of brass, a lot of like instruments you can carry with you. It's like I just invent ska again.
Ska music. Yeah, music.
He made a song for brass.
For what?
He made a song, a Fallout themed ska song called "The Brotherhood of Brass."
Ah. More like the Brotherhood of Ass.
Thank you for doing the obvious joke.
I mean, let's be honest. The Brotherhood of Steel, kind of bad. Like, no matter how you paint it.
Yeah, I had a conversation a while ago with a group of people about like, what's the difference between the Enclave and Brotherhood of Steel? The Enclave It comes down to the Enclave wants to eliminate anyone they don't consider people, which is anyone except for them. And the Brotherhood of Steel wants to eliminate anyone they don't consider, which is mutants and ghouls and super mutants. But they consider like regular people to be people. And it's like literally their biggest difference is just do they consider is what they consider a person.
Well, for the Brotherhood of Steel, I feel like it's a very like they went to like they go around under the pretenses of like they're trying to do good for the world by what's the word by archiving all the information that is still out in this post-apocalyptic world, but all that they're really doing is like just hoarding information so other people can't get it. And honestly, as a trope, I find that very fascinating. Like just like these people consider themselves to be highly intelligent and having a lot of wisdom, but they actively do really shitty things in the pursuit of knowledge and wisdom.
No, the Enclave just burns everything
Yeah,
around.
like like the Enclave is not like seek like being like sneaky about their shittiness. They are very open about their shittiness.
Like the Brotherhood of Steel is, I guess I can equate this to like during Nazi Germany, where they would go in and they would take a bunch of artworks and they would steal it and like squirrel it away. That's sort of what the Brotherhood of Steel is doing with like information in general, and the Enclave is more of like the Nazis burning every book they don't like
Yeah.
type deal.
Also, isn't your sort of like for the Enclave? Correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a hot minute since I've played Fallout 3 or New Vegas or Fallout 4. Well, actually, I don't know if Fallout 4 has anything to do with the Enclave at all. But isn't it just isn't on the Enclave just like a group that wants to get back to traditional American values? And basically, if you can prove yourself as a true-blooded American, they'll just leave you the fuck alone.
No,
Oh, alright.
that's the Brotherhood of Steel, sort of.
Really?
The Enclave is a group of people that knew that the Great War was coming, and
Oh.
they built a base in the middle of the ocean with all of the tech that they had at the time. And then when the bombs went off, they locked themselves in their base for like 100 years, and then they decided that they are the last living remnants of humanity, and no one else counts as human, and so they need to reclaim the world for humans,
Gotcha.
destroying literally everything else.
Next question is Vault-Tec part of the Enclave? Because
Vault-Tec's weird.
okay, so I like the idea that the Enclave got their like secret off like underwater base built by Vault-Tec, and that would be very bad for them. Like
No.
honestly, Vault-Tec as a whole was very interesting to me. Like
Vault-Tec is just like fucked up experiments.
it didn't like wasn't it like confirmed that Vault-Tec like started like the nuclear like missiles, or at least they're fucking
It's implied that they at least knew what was going on, but it's also implied aliens might have been involved. Oh, I don't fucking know.
Aliens are weird. Okay, I don't know how much Fallout
aliens are canon in Fallout.
Oh yeah, I am aware of that. I have played Fallout 3, and one of the DLCs is you get abducted by aliens.
Yes.
You even encounter Genghis Khan, I believe. What is you? Okay, so which Fallout games have you played?
1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4. Okay, so you haven't played the Fallout with the.
I've never played New Vegas all the way through.
But are you aware of the New Vegas DLCs?
Yes.
I
haven't played them though.
Okay, but are you aware of them?
Yes.
What is your favorite New Vegas DLC?
I think the Sierra Madre is neat.
Thank you.
I think the Sierra Madre is neat. What are the other ones?
Old World. The other one, I think the only two that I really enjoyed, like the DLCs for Fallout New Vegas, were like the sci-fi ones, like Sierra Madre and old world blues, because that's like where shit got weird. And then the other two were like one of them was like you confronted the guy who sort of kind of started everything, and I don't remember the other one. I think
I'm
like
looking them up.
yeah, Lonesome Road was one of them. Although I don't remember what it was about. I think it was like that was like the last one released, and you sort of like confronted like the mastermind behind everything.
Okay, so the 4 deals that I can find are Dead Money, where as a victim of a raw deal, you must work alongside other captured wastelanders to discover the legendary treasure of the Sierra Madre Casino. Then there's Honest Hearts, where it takes you to an expedition to the national park. Things go horribly wrong when your caravan's ambushed by a tribal raiding band. As you try to find a way back to the Mojave, you are embroiled in a war between tribes and a conflict between the new Canaanite missionary and the mysterious burned man.
The mysterious burned man.
Old World Blues, where you discover Mojave's mutated monsters such as Night Stalkers and Cazadors come to be when you unwillingly become a human experiment. Hands of 5 pre-war doctors and need to scour the research centers of Big Mountain, search for weapons, and join the force against Dr. Morbius.
Oh, god damn it. Surprisingly, not a vampire. Just another guy and just another brain tank guy. And what was the last one?
I need to leave, apparently.
Oh.
So bye, guys, gals, non-binary pals.
Bye, everyone.